South Korean President Moon Jae-in has described the growing trade dispute with Japan as an unprecedented emergency, but reassured the country's tech sector that the government would step in and provide fiscal support.
President Moon met with executives from South Korea's top 30 conglomerates today to review the situation after Tokyo said last week that it would stop shipments of compounds needed by high-tech companies to make chips and smartphones.
Now, he warned the firms of a drawn-out dispute, but said the government was committed to a diplomatic solution.
He also called for South Korea to develop more autonomy, saying its dependence on the restricted materials from Japan must be reduced over the long term.
Well, despite Seoul's appeal for negotiations, Japan has so far refused to budge. The tensions stem from a court ruling in Korea requiring Japanese firm Nippon Steel to compensate Koreans who were forced to work for it during World War II. Our senior Korea correspondent Lim Yoon-suk has more from today's developments.
Leaders of South Korea's top companies met with President Moon Jae-in at the presidential office Wednesday morning to discuss ways to handle this crisis with Japan. They included the CEOs from Hyundai, SK, LG, and many other conglomerates. Heads of Samsung and Lotte were not there because they're currently on business trips to Japan. Now, speaking to the business leaders, President Moon said his government was trying to find a diplomatic solution to this issue, which could be prolonged.
우리의 외교적 노력에도 불구하고 사태가 장기화될 가능성을 배제할 수 없습니다. 매우 유감스러운 상황이지만 모든 가능성에 대비하지 않으면 안 됩니다.
He offered them help with things like tax benefits and financing, but he didn't mention any details.
정부는 부품, 소재, 장비 산업의 육성과 국산화를 위해 관련 예산을 크게 늘리겠습니다.
Experts have said that might be possible in the future, but for now it would be too difficult for South Korean suppliers to match the cost and technology offered by their counterparts in Japan. Japan tightened restrictions on exports of three materials vital to South Korean companies making smartphone displays and chips. That will, if prolonged, hurt the chip industry, the backbone of Asia's fourth largest economy, which accounts for about 20% of total exports. Meanwhile, there's some hope that the two countries will be able to resolve this, as South Korea's trade minister is planning to travel to Tokyo later this week.
12일 오후로 현재 조율되고 있고요. 일본이 근본 조치를 취하게 된 그런 내용에 대한 사실 확인과 또 우리 쪽의 입장을 가서 전달하기 위해서 우리들은 이번에 일본과 함께 일본과 만나려 하는 것입니다.
Now, according to the presidential office, President Moon mostly listened to what the business leaders had to say during the two-hour meeting, which was about half an hour longer than originally scheduled. Perhaps to think about what South Korea should do next, should negotiations between Japan and South Korea fail to produce any deal on this trade war between the two sides. Lim Yoon-suk, CNA, Seoul.